Okay, so I just found a super cool glitch. I found it from One Average Dan, and pretty much it's a new way to duplicate bows, right? So it's a new way to duplicate bows. And you notice, right, I have a Royal Guards bow, but it's not just any Royal Guards bow. It's one that has 5 shots, 5 times Royal Guards bow. Now normally you can't get this in the game because it's not supposed to be possible. But with this glitch you actually can. So what you do is pretty much make sure you don't have a bow equipped. And then also you want to make sure that you have 2 shields in your inventory that are not fused to anything. So you want to take a regular Royal Guards bow or any bow that you have that you want to duplicate, and you take and then drop that bow right there. Okay? And you should do this around Peloton because we're gonna do something else to get to 5 times. But anyway, so yeah, it should look like this, right? In front of it. So then what you wanna do is pull a fuse, and this next step is very important because it's the step that if you mess up, it won't work. So what I'm gonna do real quick is just show you what happens if you mess up, so that you can know and you can reload. Also, first before you do that, you should make sure you save because it might take a while and you might mess up. So yeah, make sure you do that. But if you mess up and let's say you fuse and to know you messed up, pretty much um the whole thing is you press L and then ZL, like you press and hold L and then ZL. You have to press them very specific timing. L first and then after ZL. If you press them too fast or you spam them or press them together, then what'll happen is it'll fuse the weapon and you can tell it fused because it plays an animation. And if you do that, you know you have to reload. So I just wanted to show you that in case you mess up so that you can know. But yeah, you're gonna take and you're going to fuse right there, okay? And so LZL, LZL, you gotta remember that, okay? If you press it too slow, it's better than if you press it too fast. So LZL, like that, okay? Make sure you press them one after another, LZL, like that. Because if you press it too slow, it'll mess up, or no, if you press it too fast, it'll mess up and it'll fuse. But if you press it too slow, it just won't work. So you can do it. It's a lot better if you press it too slow than too fast. Remember that. But LZL, like that. Okay, so it should work. As you can see, there's a green dot. If you see that where it isn't fully fused and Link sort of putting up his hand or putting down his hand like in that animation, you know you should be good. So this next step is you pretty much just have to spam left on your D-pad as if you're trying to pull up your shield menu. So spam left on your D-pad, and as you're spamming, take your hands off of, you know, the L and ZL that you're holding. And if you do it right, then this should, like this, right? So as you can see, my menu is pulled up, and even though it's fusing, you can see in the background, the shield is actually fusing, but it isn't actually showing up on here. That's how you know you did it right, okay? So, but pretty much you want to go to the next shield in your menu. So the next shield on my menu is a Highland shield. So you want to make sure the next shield on your menu is an unfused shield, because if it's fused, then you can't fuse it. So once you see this menu where you don't see the weapon fused, where you don't see the bow fused, but you have the menu up, switch over to the next shield in your menu. For me, it's a Highland shield. For you, it's whatever. Do that, and the bow dropped down now. And the bow's dropped down. Okay, so I pick it up. And you look here, and the bow's fused actually to my Royal Guard shield. So even though it's not showing it on here, it is actually fused to my Highland shield. So now I want to go talk to Peloton. Okay? I talk to Peloton, and then I break it down. Okay, I break down this fused shield, and then go ahead, and then boom. Okay? So now, at this point, you can walk up and you can pick up your shield and you can pick up your Royal Guards bow, whatever bow you have. But I'm also going to add another property. So you can see the rail guards bow is still in my inventory, right? It's still in my inventory and everything. Now, I'm going to grab my Hylian shield, and then when I grab it, don't move, don't touch anything else, don't walk around or do anything. I'm going to take a new Savage Lino bow or whatever bow you have that's a 5-time shot. Take it. It's usually Lino bows, but you want to make sure it's a new, because if it's an old bow, like it's about to break or something, it will add that property to the bow. So you want to make sure it's a new bow that's sparkling. And I'm going to take and drop that bow. And then when I drop it, pretty much pick it up, and then boom. So now I have a 5-shot Royal Guards bow. So this is glitched, and this works with any bow. Okay, I can do this with any bow I had. Okay, I can do this with the Dust Bow if you want a 5-shot one of those. You can do this with the Demon King's bow if you want it, or you know, any bow it works with. And you pretty much get a 5-shot bow. Is that not overpowered? Like, seriously, this is one of the most overpowered bows. And let's just see. Let's just go test this out somewhere real quick. Like, let's go fight something and see just how overpowered this bow can be. Look at him, bro. He's so unsuspecting. He has no idea what's about to happen to him at all. Like, he's just enjoying himself a nap. Look at him. Wake up. Wake up. Watch this. Look at this. Crush punch. Okay, look at this. Check this out, right? Okay, we got our bow equipped, and then we're just gonna boom. You see that? You see how far those go? It's really fun to play with. Watch this, let's equip like some Aracuda eyeballs and see. Boom, you see that? Look how much damage that does. Look how much damage this guy is taking. Like, bro. Look at that. You see how they fly out like that? Like, that is just crazy. That is just absolutely fun to play with. It's just fun to play with. It's cool to have. It is a super cool thing. Now the thing is that even though you know you have the bow now, let's say you're you know, let's say your bow starts to break, right? Well, you have to get a new one. You have to get a new bow. So, you know, because if you take this and you do the Quark method, you might get a different bow. So it is kind of limited in that regard. And as you can see, like, you know, you shoot them, the things kind of go everywhere because it's not really supposed to happen. Or you're not really supposed to have it, but it is still super fun nonetheless to play with. And like if you're taking on like a horde of enemies or something, like it can still be useful. So it is limited in that regard, but it is still cool to have a 5 Royal Guards bow just in your inventory. So, or a dust bow if you want it. You can do this with the dust bow as well, or pretty much any bow. You know, any bow just works with, as well as duplicating, and it's just a really fun glitch. You know, so yeah, you know, I encourage you guys to check it out, to have fun. Also to check out his original video. Again, his name is One Average Dan. I'll link his video in the description so you can check it out. But yeah, it's a really cool thing. It's really fun to have. You know, it's just like a really cool bow to have, and you know, you're not hurting anybody with it. You know, because it's just really cool. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah.